Good evening, everyone. There is a large group of students who are working just as hard as the next student or harder but not being compensated fairly. This group of students are college athletes. I am interested in this issue because several of my friends are collegiate athletes and have to deal with this issue. It has been highly debated for quite a while, and it is highly relevant since all spring sports have been canceled and now the NCAA is not allowing the athletes to be paid or get a job. I'm going to inform you about why college students should be paid and the struggles of college athletes financially. Today, I want to persuade you that college athletes should be paid and they should be able to have a source of income if they play collegiate sports. To begin with, the average student will spend between $16,000 and $25,000 a year. Those expenses will cover food, transportation, housing, utilities, clothing, and other certain services like Netflix, Hulu, or Wi-Fi. Student athletes, however, are not given the same chance to get a job or be paid for the revenue they bring in. Due to NCAA rules, athletes are not allowed to get any form of payment during their commitment to their college. Student athletes must rely on their own family wealth to be able to survive independently. If a student is unable to support themselves, they have the option to drop out and lose their scholarship. Student athletes are also not allowed to receive any type of monetary gift from anyone. Student athletes may receive scholarships for their excellence in sports, but they also have to compete academically. One argument opposer of student athletes being paid is that colleges provide housing, tuition, food, and transportation for athletes. However, there are plenty of things in everyday life that are left out of what colleges have to offer for student athletes. Some of these things are clothing, online subscriptions, transportation off of campus, medical expenses such as dentistry, and other services like cell phone plans, necessary electronics, or things that all college students enjoy having. College athletes do not get the luxury of just having ordinary possessions that other students get to have. Regardless of student athlete or not, all students have to compete academically. How should a student who competes academically be allowed the same circumstances as his or her classmates? A student of academic scholarship has a better chance of receiving a scholarship than an athlete due to the money allowed to each type of scholarship. College athletes bring in massive amounts of revenue for colleges that they will never see. In the NCAA 2020 National Championship, the winning team LSU received $470 million for being televised and winning the game. However, none of the players received any of that money. Student athletes will not receive any type of money, but most athletes do not get a chance to start any kind of savings either. On the contrary, students on full academic scholarship may have better jobs and receive any type of monetary gift which allows them to have a better future. In conclusion, I cannot stress enough how important it is for college athletes to be paid fairly. Student athletes that do not pursue any further career in sports do have their degree. However, so do normal students. The normal students will be able to have at least 4 years worth of savings put away, which will aid them in their postgraduate life, unlike the student athletes.